Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to go ahead and show you the cool parts about the new Echo1 Genesis M4. This is basically our Genesis model. It's going to be more affordable, just like our OCW and our Victor. You're not skimping on the gearbox, you're actually getting a better gearbox, but overall construction's a little more budget friendly. Let's go over what you get. Warranty card, 300 round high cap, standard, a regular wall charger, and a 9.6 nunchuck battery. 1100 gets you going. You can always upgrade to use LiPo or whatever you need. Okay, real quick, you're probably saying, wow, that's a big orange flash hider. Cool thing about this, yes, it is import legal. It's bright orange, but the cool thing is, in case you have the Mark I suppressor, I have one on my XCR and whatnot, you can go like this, might be a tight fit, rotate and lock it. So now you have an easy option. You don't have to take off the orange tip, you still have orange and you're good to go. And we also sell the steel flash hider separate for your other guns. Okay, let's go ahead and take this apart. The cool thing about this, you have a metal barrel and a fake gas tube that will help keep it rigid. Okay, and crane stock. Regular crane stock, nothing too fancy. Little tabs, replaceable if you snap those off, but pretty springy, that's good. Regular crane stock, nothing too fancy. Okay, buffer tube. It is a plastic buffer tube, but it's very sturdy, it's not going to go anywhere. And cool thing, instead of the pins that can fall out, they're basically screwed in, so you don't have to worry about running around the field and like, oh crap, my pin fell out. Let me go ahead and take this apart real quick and show you the cool stuff about it. Out of the box, the mid-length, like this, will shoot around 390, 400 or so. Okay. It has a brass barrel. It's not aluminum or anything. So it's brass barrel. And the cool thing is, it has a Mad Bull bucking already installed. I'll go ahead and show you. Cool. Here is the Mad Bull orange bucking already installed in your one-piece plastic hop-up unit. So you already have a plastic one-piece. It's cool. Mad Bull bucking, brass barrel, pretty good accuracy, everything. Okay, now the gearbox. Let me take this off. Okay, buffer tube. You'll notice nice wires, nice and bendy, not rigid or anything, and no fuse. The Genesis models don't have a fuse, just to avoid blowing the fuses out in the field and causing issues. Okay. Take those out. Okay. You can replace this with like a regular sling loop option if you wanted to. Okay, let me shoot this with a LiPo. On a fully charged LiPo, you get about 20 or so BBs a second, which is modest. With the stock 9.6 battery, you get like maybe 13 or so. Nothing crazy. You're going to notice the Heatsink motor plate. Oh, and a little motor plate jumps out. Okay. The motor is going to have a removable pinion. It's a D-type, and it's a semi-torque. It has some torque, not a crazy amount, but it's more balanced for speed and torque, I guess, so if you want to put harder springs in. Okay, continuing. Uses a regular M4 pistol grip, so if you want to change it to mag full, you can, or the new Mad Bull umbrella, super nice. Okay, has two screws. Cool option is you have option for 4 screws if you want to do like a G&P setup where they have 4 screws in there, or just make it super strong, or in case you strip it out you can alternate. So that's cool. Okay. For the mag release, it uses a Phillips screw and a standard. You can replace that with anything else if you want. Regular little body pin. I'm not sure which way it goes. Okay, and the little nubs on one side. And then the rear body pin. They're screwed together. Standard M4, M16 body pins, and you're good to go. Now, the tricky thing is, the gearbox is going to be tough to get out just because you have the lips back here. It's like when you see, you can see it. You have the lips right here, and they kind of coincide with what you have here. It's like a regular M4, you don't have those, and it's just like, oh, simple to pop this out. And you're like, oh, maybe switch to semi before. No. Easiest trick I found is, I think, put it in semi, and honestly, just pry it. Like that, and out. Okay, you will scratch the paint, that's fine, it's tough. And you're going to see the body. You have the selector switch. It's nice and metal on the inside, not plastic. We basically reinforce that so in case you're selecting, it's not going to break or wear down over time. So you have metal selector and metal on the inside, so that's a good thing. It's not plastic. Other ones have plastic. They're okay, but you know, if you want to upgrade, you know, we already saved you the trouble, put that in there. The plastic body, it is flexy, but how it ties in front and the rear, it's very sturdy, so you don't have to really worry about anything. Okay, enough talking, let's look at the gearbox. Gearbox, you have electrical components on the outside, old school, that's fine. You notice these nice big bearings, that's cool. And on the other side you're going to notice more big bearings, cool, those are 8mm. And you're going to notice for the long version, M4 type, you have a full cylinder. So this is basically asking for upgrades. So if you wanted to swap out and put a longer inner barrel with a cool suppressor to cover it, you can do that in a matter of seconds. We have other videos, you can watch those, or any other videos on YouTube. So you can basically turn this $130 budget gun into a really decent outdoor rifle. Okay, let me go ahead and take this apart. You'll notice one extra screw right here, slightly different than a regular version 2. Pop that out. Good. Go ahead and release the spring tension. Bam. Also, you're going to notice this huge rack on the top and bottom to make the gearbox much stronger. So that's a cool thing. A lot of threads. Put that stuff aside. Okay, for the gearbox, I don't know why there's lint there. Okay, let's open it up. You do have a it's tight. Okay, open it up. Okay, cool. You're going to notice a steel bearing spring guide like you see in our AKs. That's cool. Saves you money, it's already in there. A stiff spring. This is like a M110 spring or so, but it's a little shorter. So you're going to get that almost 400 FPS. A regular nylon piston. Nothing too fancy about it. Gets you going. Ported piston head. Decent seal in here. And you're going to notice regular steel gears. Let's look at the AOE. AOE is decent. If you guys want to upgrade this, you can always put in a turbo pad, call it a day. But out of the box, you know, been running lipos on them and like to test and break them, you don't really notice any problems in stock form. If you want to upgrade, boom, that's all you have to do really. Okay, oops. Shims, of course. Gearbox is shimmed. You're going to notice a polycarb tablet plate. It's very flexible. And the cool thing about this is you're going to notice this material cut out. You're like, dude, is it broken? No. Actually, what's really cool is you're going to see this extra material here. If you... let me find one. Haha. Here's a regular tappet plate, like a version 2 M4, and here's the one for the Genesis. See? So if I put this in here, oh yeah, cool, it'll work. It'll fit, but not line up, and it'll squish. Basically, we have this extra material on the inside, here to here, outside. So theoretically, this gearbox is going to be basically like the Lonix or the Taurus, like how everybody's been already commenting. It's going to be very sturdy, very robust. And you can use an aftermarket tappet plate. All you have to do is just cut it to match, and you're fine. But out of the box, it already comes with this. That's a really cool feature. This will save you money, so you can use this as like a rental or as a loaner gun and say, hey, your gun's broken here, use this, and just if your friends just run it into the ground or try to break it, I don't think they'll break the gearbox, so that's cool. Okay, regular steel reversal latch and spring, standard, nothing crazy about that. Okay, the gears, regular steel gears, shimmed. There is a good amount of grease on there, that's fine. And basically they're over greased just to make it where it's like you can use this, you don't have to maintain it, you don't have to take it apart and grease it on your own. Basically just use it and use it and use it and have fun. Looking back at the bearings, you have nice 8mm bearings. You know, they're not like the roller ones we have in our Stag series, which are fine. These are a little more classy, I guess. So yeah, that's Echo1 Genesis M4. We have it in 3 versions, the mid-length, and then also the Commando and the regular M4A1 type. So, hope you enjoy this video, and if you guys want to purchase this Genesis M4, you can check out your local Echo1 dealer, or you can go to our website and type in your zip code and find the nearest one to you. This has been Brian from Echo1 USA. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Cool.